Our school strongly believes that each child is unique and special.
A proud parent of a daffodilian, and their motto always, which I just love it, and which my daughter always says, is like, ours is a happy school.
My school not only focuses on imparting education, but also teaching important life lessons and shaping good human beings for the future.
I definitely see my school as my second home. My school is full of positivity and is definitely a place.
Hi all, welcome to My School Best School series. I am Santosh Avvannavar. In the fourth episode, we will be talking to a team of Daffodils Foundation for Learning, Bengaluru. Joining for the conversation are Principal Dr. Sujatha Girish.
Greetings to all. I'm quite excited to be a part of this series. Thank you so much, Mr. Santosh, for having us on this platform. Thank you so much.
Senior Academic Coordinator Mrs.Triveni.
Hello everyone, a very good afternoon to all of you. And I'm sure we are going to have a wonderful session with Mr. Santosh.
We also have a parent, Mrs.Namitha.M.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. It's actually a very nice day to meet at least my daughter's school teachers and students, at least virtually. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you.
And the two wonderful students, Ms.Preksha Mahesh.
Namaste everyone.
And Mr. Aaryan, yes.
Namaste. Thank you for having me.
Who are in grade 8 and 9 respectively. Welcome to the conversation. Let us find from them all the reasons that make the school best school. I would like to begin with Dr. Sujatha Girish. Has some children require structured learning, or they need individual attention, or some need extra help, or some need a special learning, and so on? How does the environment of your school help to accommodate different child's need?
That's a wonderful question. We at DFL believe in the holistic grooming of the students, and we have multiple measures to ensure that. When it comes to academic arena, we use multiple teaching strategies and also follow differentiated instructional practices based on the learner's needs so that everybody's needs are taken care of. And when it comes to individual attention, more the merrier, we have something called mentoring system. Every child has the option of picking and choosing his or her mentor teacher, and then the teachers give special time for these students, which allows them to share their personal problems or academic issues, which is later taken care of with a team of teachers, including the principal. We also have something called buddy teacher system, where teachers become their best pals. They don't have any inhibitions. And we have a school counselor also. In case the children are going through some difficulties, they can always discuss their problems with school counselor. And there are special sessions with principal, which are termed as pep talk with principal, where a child has an opportunity of meeting the principal and sharing her concerns with the principal. And whenever the concerns are shared, principal ensures that their grievances are addressed. And when it comes to extra help, we have remedial classes for the children, and teachers are so forthcoming to attend to the personal issues, whether it is academic or otherwise. They're available in the morning hours, lunch break, snacks break. And if a child wants to meet the teacher, even after school working hours, they spare their time. And coming to fostering creativity, that is the best part. We have various activity clubs, and all the CBSE-based, circular-based activities now in the virtual scenario are converted as audiovisual documents. That is giving wings to the creative instinct of the students. They're coming out with beautiful collages, slogans. Everything is converted to YouTube video, and we are uploading on our school YouTube channel. We have wonderful co-curricular competitions. Even in the virtual scenario, we are doing a good job, and it is amazing to see the way children blossom with each of these competitions. And we have a school magazine, which provides opportunity for students to express their voices.
Yeah, wonderful to hear a gamut of activities which happens in order to make sure that every child gets what child's needs are. Now, this is a very tricky situation, I know, because there's a lot of needs. So one is a child and child's parents need too. Taking that cue from what you said, I would like to talk to Mrs.Triveni, who is an academic coordinator. I would like to understand, ma'am, from you is, there's one challenge is a need, and next is a learning of that need. So every child has different learning styles. Some learn by seeing, some learn by reading, some learn by listening, some do it by combination of this. So how is the school prepared to handle these kind of variants?
Thank you so much for posing that question, Mr. Santosh. Our school strongly believes that each child is unique and special. Just like how we have, the same hand has different fingers, but when all of them are put together, we can do wonderful tasks. The same way, DFS strongly believes in multiple intelligences. And we incorporate a lot of teaching methodologies to reach out to the heterogeneous group of children. A lot of emphasis is laid on experiential learning as per the CBSE board norms. We strongly believe that learning by doing will help the child to register the concepts in their minds. Even during the orientation session, the school does have a PDP capsule, which is the Professional Development Program capsule for the teachers. So the teachers are regularly trained.
There's a lot of work for teachers to do it in the classroom beyond just teaching and academics. Now I'll connect this cue to the parent of a school, one of parent, Mrs.Namitha.M. One of the aspect parents aspire very strongly is like, is the school rewarding for my child? So do you think the school is rewarding for your child?
A proud parent of a daffodilian, and their motto always, which I just love it, and which my daughter always says, is like, ours is a happy school. And true to that words, the school's main aim has been always to keep the students physically, I would say mentally also, and emotionally fit, apart from the academic excellence. It just goes, everything, goes in par, like a, well-oiled machine, we can say. Naturally, when my child is, physically strong, emotionally stable, and, academically is well versed, it naturally reflects in the well-being. And naturally, as a parent, I do notice. So yes, it has been quite rewarding.
So I would like to move to Ms.Preksha Mahesh. One of the important things I always see is like, there is a child who gets the best outgoing student, or maybe everybody's best outgoing student. But what personally I feel is who's going to come back to school and talk about it? Who's going to come back as great alumni? So I believe what matters to school in the future is the best incoming students rather than best outgoing students. What are the reasons that you think the school is going to be an very attractive proportion for you in the future?
According to me, both of them play their own important roles. The best incoming student can contribute towards the school by participating and winning in inter-school competitions and making sure that the school's flag will fly high. Whereas the best outgoing student will still make the school proud by contributing towards the society and giving back. And I can say this because my school not only focuses on imparting education, but also teaching important life lessons and shaping good human beings for the future.
I agree that something like always schools are very attractive propositions definitely have it. So you have put your ideas. So Aaryan, do you think and do you believe that school is like a second family and you feel very much connected to it?
Yes, I definitely see my school as my second home. This is first of all because of the feeling of immense comfort inside the school premises. And moreover, my school is full of positivity and is definitely a place where I would love to spend a lot of quality time. Also, as everyone has said, my school is keen on the mental, physical, and social development of the student, not just academics. Our school inculcates other extracurricular activities like art and sports in all aspects. In fact, the last 2 periods on Thursdays are completely devoted to such club activities. We also have the concept of life skills. And during these life skill sessions, our experienced teachers give us important life lessons, quotes, and stories of successful giants. And we in DFL always greet everyone with a namaste, which stands symbolic to our country's rich tradition and extravagant culture. So all these important life qualities and lessons are taught to us only in our homes, and thus my school is definitely my second home. Also, the bond between the teachers and students is something very special, something similar to a mother and her children, not just with the teachers, but even with the staff and management. They're extremely buoyant, ecstatic, and yes, very supportive. So all these qualities makes me like my school more and more, and yes, it gives me that feeling of comfort and a feeling of my second home.
I definitely like the one of the proposition I see the school has thought. I could see in both the students who are saying namaste. That is beautiful to say, and Corona is probably right answer for this is giving us doing it. So I think wonderfully they have laid it long a foundation before, and it is actually seen today. True. Dr. Sujatha Girish, One of the challenges for any parent would be is like, is it close to my home? One question which they have in mind. And the second is a school in a located place where at least my child can go safely to the school in a school bus or any other mode of transportation. So do you see any challenge in the school where it's situated in terms of parents' expectation of sending their children?
Fortunately, our school is located in the heart of the city. We are very privileged to say that. Sanjay Nagar is the heart of the city today. It is hardly 8 kilometers from Majestic, and it is closer to railway station as well as the airport. So conveyance has never been a problem, and school also has got a good number of buses plying in different routes. So transportation has never been a problem. And the school is easily accessible also through from various directions. And with the kind of transportation system available now, reaching to school from any direction is not a problem at all. However, management also has planned for enough number of buses to ply in different routes. The farthest route is Hesarghatta, which is almost, I must say, 20 kilometers from my school. So I do have students coming from as far as, Jalahalli, then Hesarghatta, and they're happy. For them, it is a picnic to school every morning. Wake up, get dressed, come to school, lot of drama, baji, masti in the bus while they reach. And then they have a gala time at school. As my students have expressed, it's not just academics in the school, it's more of fun, a lot of fun, in fact, and a lot of life lessons are picked up. And in my school, it is mandatory for everybody to wear a smile on their face. To the extent when I see a child or a teacher looking a little grumpy, I keep doing this. And automatically they're compelled to wear a smile on their face, because I say, when we say we are a happy school, first thing is learn to smile. And smile is very contagious. The moment they see me smiling, everybody ends up smiling. So it's more like a picnic, as Mrs.Namitha has expressed. And again, evening they sit in the bus and another long journey towards home. They enjoy their bus drive as well.
Wonderful to know, because it is not easy in Bangalore being so crowded and very uncertain of traffic.
Yes.
Things are made easy. It is easy for a lot of parents to take a risk of sending a child.
Actually, I would like to add over here, my daughter, in fact, uses the bus service from the school. And there are days when she would have come late also, like, due to the morning weather, and she's got sinus problems. So the driver patiently waits actually and calls us, to find out if the child is okay. Have you dropped her? Or, inquires, like, he gets a satisfying answer. And likewise also, there are some times when she has to stay back for the club activity and things like that. He ensures that he calls me and tells me, madam, like, the child will be staying back. Do you know about it? Has the school informed you about it? So like that, it's like a family, I can say.
Right. It has, in a city like this, kind of an coordination will make a lot of life easy. Otherwise, we'll panic the moment the child doesn't come in at the right time, or we don't know what happened to the child, why there is a delay in the school. Wonderful to hear people involved, different stakeholders involved in taking responsibility of every child. Mrs. Namitha, I would like to understand from you as a parent perspective, one of the things which parents want is their child is doing great in academics, doing great in sports, maybe other activities too. So what evidence do you see that the school is effectively teaching your child or any other child in the school?
There is actually not a, dull moment in Daffodils. This is just not my daughter's words, and this is actually, I can say, from the children over here also, they would have actually added to that. It is the word of the collective word of all her classmates also. My daughter, I would like to say, is like was a very reclusive and a hesitant girl, and to bloom into a very proactive and sort of interactive students. I think this answers your question.
Very interesting thoughts on how holistic development is happening in the school, and it's quite tempting for me to join your school as a student now.
Most welcome.
Aaryan, I would like to start with asking understanding one aspect in a classroom of 30 students sitting in the same class. Everybody will be wanting to have that attention from a teacher. So do you feel teachers are fair in their response to you and others in the classroom?
Yes, indeed. It would be erroneous if I say that they're unfair, because all students get equal opportunities to prove themselves, be it in an ordinary classroom scenario or any grand event. Also, the teachers they're very patient. They listen to us carefully, and if there are any issues, they analyze the issues carefully. Hasty decisions are the last things they make. And yes, as I said, we all get equal chances. And also, they never hesitate to explain any concept or theory which we haven't understood. Like me being a very curious boy, I keep asking them questions, and I keep asking them to explain different theories, and they never hesitate to explain them. They always explain it to me with ease. Many a times, I don't understand a topic even after explaining it thrice, but still they elucidate it without the slightest hint of irritation. And yes, not just my teachers. In fact, the whole school believes in this concept of fair opportunities, be it in leadership chances or participation.
Wonderful. Not an easy job for a teacher, not an easy job for a principal, and the same thing holds true for even the classmates to agree for some disagreements. Dr. Sujatha, I would like to understand one other thing in admissions. I'm sure is going to be very challenging for any principal to put forth is typical USPs which the parents keep asking again and again, and then the special recognition schools has received. So, how do you handle such kind of questions from a parent?
It has been 5 years since the time the school has commenced. DFL is a baby, I must say. This is the 5th year of our school. But I'm happy to say that we have made a name for our school. We have earned a name for our school. Especially when it came to digital classroom, we are one of the pioneers in the neighborhood. And when I interact with my peer principals, they're like, how do you manage to conduct the classes? How do you conduct PTMs? How do you even conduct assessments? And I'm like, nothing has taken a backseat because of COVID scenario. In fact, we are learning to embrace technology. We are exploring newer ways of connecting with each other. At the current scenario, that has become our USP. The ease with which we could take on digital classes, that has become a very big, in fact, we keep telling we are the lighthouse when it comes to online classes. I'm sure Mrs.Namitha will agree with me. We are using Microsoft Teams as a platform. So as informed you, we are having our CCA competitions, we are having our regular activities, we are using wonderful platforms such as Flipgrids to encourage the children to voice their opinions. And children are also given an opportunity to prepare slides to present. Flipped classroom has been a very predominantly used teaching methodology in the virtual scenario. So in the current scenario, I would like to say, the way we have taken up the classes, the digital classes itself is a wonderful thing, because during the PTMs, when I interact with the parents, quite a few of them end up saying, my older child who is a graduate or who is pursuing his degree college or who is into some post-graduation courses, the classes are not as smooth as the way it is happening in your organization. So at present, I can say our USP is our online classes. Otherwise, our school has been consistently faring very well in NSIT competitions and examination. We have been receiving Golden School Award consistently for outstanding performance by the students and enthusiastic participation also. We also have bagged many inter-school prizes, awards, and medals and trophies when it comes to co-curricular events and also sports-related events. If I start mentioning, it is going to be a long list and it is going to be pretty time-consuming. But one prestigious award I would like to mention. Last year, my students bagged Shri P.K. Bhimaya Inter-School Literary Fest trophy. Both my wonderful students, Aaryan and Preksha, were part of the team. That is a matter of privilege and prestige for us. And every time when I step into my office, when I look at that trophy, I feel very elated because, as I told you, mine is a toddler school. It is not that we have been here for many years. We're just stepping into 5th year, and the kind of job the teachers are doing and the kind of work my students are doing is amazing. That speaks for itself.
Yeah, congratulations. I'm sure there'll be more to come and more interesting awards which you'd like to see on the wall and probably.
Of course.
Ms.Preksha Mahesh and Mr. Aaryan, I have one question to both of you, and I would like to start with Preksha and then move to Aaryan. Let's even take hypothetically a situation. You happen to stay in Bangalore in the future because of the job, and then you have family, you have children, and so on. Would you like to put your child in the same school?
Yes, definitely, because I cannot find a better school than DFL. DFL is like the perfect mixture of education and co-curriculum. I myself have been a Daffodilian for 8 long years, and I have enjoyed each and every moment I've spent in the school. Today, when I'm wearing my uniform or speaking something about my school, or even if I hear my school's name, I feel extremely proud that I belong to DFL, as I would want my child to feel the same. Yes, if I could, then I would put her into the same school.
It's same here also because all the points which I mentioned earlier, they don't just focus on academics, but on all other art, physical activities or literature. Anyways, all these literary activities, they focus on all aspects of life, not just academics. So I would definitely want my child to experience the same type of learning. I don't want it to be, I would surely not, being a parent, I would surely not want learning to be very monotonous, very academic centric. I would want education to be very fun filled, and I would want my child to enjoy it. So definitely Daffodils would be the perfect school.
Yeah, Dr. Sujatha Girish, I think your one aspect of admissions, taking care and getting a right parent is solved by the students of present batch.
Of course, of course, certainly.
Yeah, I have a fan question to all of you. I would want you to fill the blank with a word or statement. You will go to put a word or a statement. My school, best school because.
My school is a best school because we take our students beyond the boundary of the school and try to groom them as happy individuals who are emotionally strong with academic excellence. We prepare them to face the future challenges of their life. When they step out of Daffodils, they should walk with their heads held high, with confidence to embrace life as it comes.
We are a happy school, we are a disciplined school, and we are proud of a school. And to conclude, DFL always stays true to its motto. That is, do well, all you do.
My school is the best school because it is making each and every one of us good citizens and good human beings for the future, and this is what today's society and world deserves.
My school is the best school because DFL is just magical and is a perfect blend of good education, gifted teachers, compassionate staff, ever helpful friends, stunning premises, and absolute happiness.
My school is the best school because it has allowed me to blossom both personally as well as professionally. Also, it has given me the freedom to give a free hand to my students as well to grow as wonderful individuals.
Dear parents, I recommend to bring your child to Daffodils Foundation for Learning Bengaluru, and I'm sure you'll fall in love with campus people and their interest in your child. I thank the team of Daffodils Foundation for Learning Bengaluru for the wonderful conversation. Stay safe, healthy, and happy.
Thank you so much, Mr. Santosh, for bringing us on board and for giving us this opportunity. I sincerely express my gratitude on behalf of my team. Thank you so much.